Digital Romance TV.
Welcome to Digital Romance TV. I'm Donna Barnes, and in this clip I'm going to talk to you about how to know when it's time to walk away from a relationship. Because so many people stay in a relationship because they're in love. They love the person. And they're trying to recapture that initial bliss that you had at the very beginning of the relationship. Well, unfortunately, who that person was and what connection you had at the beginning of the relationship is not reality. It's a false reality. It's two people excited, at their best, wrapped up in the seduction. And most psychologists believe that true love doesn't begin until that phase ends. And I have to agree. Really, when you get past that infatuation, just having such a wonderful time together, and you settle into real life, if you're not getting your needs met, if you're constantly longing for that past behavior that now no longer exists, if you're arguing constantly, here's the thing that I ask clients, with 100% of the time being the best and 0 being the worst, what percentage of the time are you happy together? I mean happy. You have a great time, you hang out, you don't fight, you really just enjoy each other. What percentage of the time? If it's not 75% or higher, hopefully higher, you need to get out of that relationship. It will never, ever go back to what it was in the beginning. I promise you that. It's impossible. That's not real. Who you are with today is the reality. And I tell people that when they're going through a breakup too. You're holding on to that fantasy, really, of who that person was in the beginning. But that's exactly what it is. It's a fantasy. And you need to take it in today for what the relationship is. And if you're unhappy, if you're not getting your needs met, most definitely if you're arguing, or especially if the person's abusive in any way. And abuse can be verbal. It can be the words. If someone's criticizing you, or no matter what you do, you feel like you're walking on eggshells, it's just not good enough, get out. Get out, walk away now. And a lot of people say, but I love this person. I'm just so afraid I'll never feel that way about anybody else again. You will. If you choose to walk away from this person, if you stay with that person, you'll absolutely never feel that way about anybody, but you're also not going to be happy ever again. And we learn something from each relationship. They say everybody comes into our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And sometimes someone came into our life for the reason that they taught us something. Usually something that we don't like. Most of us don't know what we don't want in a relationship until we had it and didn't like it. And then we realize, oh no, I'm not signing up for that again. So every relationship has value. And maybe this person was just brought into your life for the reason of teaching you things that you want in a relationship and that you need in a relationship, and more importantly, what doesn't work for you in a relationship. So, and then a lot of people say to me, well, how do I get out though? Have a conversation. And it may seem like an ultimatum, but it's really just about getting your needs met. If you sit down calmly and say, hey, this is what I need from you, and lay it out. Know exactly what you're asking for, and ask. You can't demand. And give them a time period. And if that time period passes and they didn't care enough to try to make those adjustments, or they might even tell you when you ask for those things that, look, this is me. Love me or leave me. This is me. If you're with someone like that, run for the hills, because they'll never, ever grow with the relationship, and that's what you need to do. People think that relationships should just be on autopilot, and if they need any kind of problem, then it's broken. But that's a really immature idea. Relationships require constant attending. And it doesn't have to be work. It's just that you need to really care about working on the relationship. So if someone's not willing to do that with you, then express to them what it is that you want. Give them a time period that you'd like to see that happen by, and let them know if it doesn't become that you're going to walk away. And then when it gets to that point, you need to keep your word and you need to walk away. But value yourself enough to know that you don't have to settle for anything, and you should never settle for anything. I hear people say, yeah, it's just, same crap with a different person, right? To some degree, maybe, but no. And the more you learn about what works for you, the better choices you'll make in the next person. And do not waste a second of your time. Trust me, the older you get, time just flies by. Do not waste a precious second on someone who's not treating you right, making you feel loved, and making you happy. You deserve better than that. I'm Donna Barnes for Digital Romance TV.
If you've got a cell phone in your pocket or purse right now, then you've got everything you need to create incredible romance and passion with the man or woman in your life at the push of a button. Go to digitalromance.tv/TRB to see Michael Fiore make an entire audience of women in The Rachel Ray Show swoon and learn how to use tiny little text messages to have the relationship of your dreams.